Tonight, when your axolotl settles into its resting position, it is going to tell you something. Something about how it feels right now, whether it's comfortable or uneasy, whether something in its water has shifted, and whether it considers its environment safe enough to truly let go. Most owners assume their axolotl just sleeps, that the position it chooses means nothing, that an axolotl at rest is an axolotl that is fine. But every sleeping position your axolotl adopts is a direct readout of its internal state, biological, emotional, physiological. And some of those positions are signals so important that missing them has real consequences for your animal's health. There are 7 positions to know, and the last one, which almost every owner who has seen it has misread, may be the most important thing in this video. We will get to it at number 7. Let us start from the beginning. 1. The neutral float. Body perfectly horizontal. Gills relaxed and fanning slowly. Eyes forward or slightly downward. Limbs loose, not tucked, not extended, just present. This is the baseline. This is what a healthy, comfortable axolotl looks like at rest. When you see this position, everything you are doing is right. The water temperature is within range. The parameters are stable. The animal has no reason to communicate anything other than ease. Note what the gills look like in this position. Full branching, soft pink, or the natural color of your particular axolotl. This is your reference image. The thing every other position should be compared to. Learn this one first. It is the language everything else departs from. 2. The bottom press. Flat against the substrate. Limbs slightly tucked. Body compacted and low. This is where most owners start to worry, and whether they should depends entirely on context. In the wild, pressing flat to the substrate is camouflage. It is the behavior of an animal that wants to be invisible. In a tank, the same instinct runs, and it can mean 2 completely different things. After feeding, after a period of active exploration, in a cool and stable tank, the bottom press is deep rest. The axolotl is at ease and choosing a position that feels secure and grounded. But a bottom press that persists, that continues through feeding time, that is accompanied by folded gills, reduced response to your presence, or any change in skin coloration, that is something else. That is the body pulling inward in a way that warrants your attention, and likely a water test. 3. The belly up. This one stops owners cold the first time they see it. The axolotl on its back, belly facing upward, completely exposed. And almost every owner's first response is panic. Before you panic, context is everything here. An axolotl that is rolled belly up during sleep in a cold, well-oxygenated tank, after hours of normal activity, with gills relaxed and coloration healthy. This is a trust position, one we covered in depth in another video. The animal has switched off every defensive instinct. It feels completely safe. But an axolotl that cannot right itself, that rolls belly up repeatedly and struggles to reorient, that floats involuntarily. This is a buoyancy disorder, and it requires immediate attention. The distinction is whether the position is chosen or whether it cannot be escaped. Watch for 60 seconds. If the animal corrects itself easily, breathe. If it cannot, act. 4. The curl. Tail curved forward,
Soft
body
curl
slightly
means
C-shaped,
rest.
head tucked slightly
Tight
down.
curl means
This
check the
position is
temperature.
often misread as cute, and sometimes it is simply a comfortable resting posture for a healthy animal. But the curl also appears when an axolotl is trying to reduce its body surface area, when it is cold and trying to retain heat, when it is mildly stressed and making itself smaller. The diagnostic question is the curl soft or tight? A loose, relaxed
Soft curl
C-shape with
means
gills
rest.
fanning normally. Rest.
Tight curl
A tight,
means check the
rigid
temperature.
curl with gills compressed or folded. Check your water temperature. Axolotls are cold water animals. If your tank has crept above 72 degrees Fahrenheit, the tight curl is your first warning before other symptoms appear. 5. The surface rest. The axolotl at the water surface. Not active, not feeding, just resting with its snout near or at the surface line. Occasionally breaking through for a gulp of air. Axolotls have rudimentary lungs. Occasional surface visits are normal, particularly in warmer water, where oxygen dissolves less efficiently. A healthy axolotl will surface, take air, and return to depth quickly. Prolonged surface resting is different. An axolotl spending extended periods at the surface, returning again and again, staying for minutes rather than seconds, is telling you that the dissolved oxygen level in the water is not meeting its needs. Warmer water, inadequate filtration, an overstocked tank, or a filter running below capacity are the most common causes. This position is your earliest warning before the animal shows visible distress. 6. The lean. The axolotl resting against a glass, a decoration, or a plant at an angle, body not horizontal, not vertical, but propped. This is often simply a comfortable resting choice. Axolotls like to wedge themselves against surfaces. It feels secure. It requires less muscular effort to maintain position. The lean becomes significant when it is accompanied by lethargy that was not there before, or when the angle is pronounced and the animal seems unable to maintain normal horizontal positioning without the support. An axolotl that consistently needs to brace itself against the surface to stay oriented may be dealing with a vestibular issue or early swim bladder dysfunction. This is subtle. It develops slowly. The lean is the first sign, and it is easy to dismiss as preference. Do not dismiss it if it is new behavior. 7. The tilt. This is the one. An axolotl that floats or rests at a consistent angle, nose higher than tail, or listing noticeably to one side, not dramatically, not in a way that looks alarming at first glance. Just slightly off horizontal, slightly tilted. Easy to rationalize as normal variation. Most owners who see this for the first time assume it is just how their axolotl likes to rest. And for a single, brief instance it might be. But a persistent tilt, one that is there every time you check, one that was not there 6 weeks ago, one that had gradually increased, is almost always a buoyancy regulation issue. The lateral line system struggles to calibrate, gas builds where it should not, or fails to distribute correctly. The tilt is the body working harder than it should to maintain neutral buoyancy, and losing. This is a position that requires a vet conversation sooner rather than later, not because it is always catastrophic. Often it is treatable and manageable, but because the window for intervention is widest when the tilt is still subtle. Owners who wait until it is obvious have already missed the easiest version of this problem to address. Watch the horizontal. It is the most important line in your axolotl's world. When it is level, everything is working. When it tilts, the body is telling you something your water test cannot. 7 positions. Each one a different sentence in the same language. The neutral float that says, all is well. The bottom press that says, I am grounded and safe, or I am pulling away. The belly up that says, I trust this place completely, or I cannot find level. The curl that whispers, something is too warm. The surface rest that signals, I need more air than this water holds. The lean that asks, quietly, is something wrong with my balance? And the tilt that says, in the clearest voice this animal has, pay attention now. You share a home with something extraordinary. It cannot speak. It cannot knock something over to get your attention. It cannot come to you. All it can do is change how it rests. Watch it rest.